I made a handle yesterday for the cheese grater and learned a few things from it, so I'm going to make another one today, hopefully very quickly, and show some better ideas of how to make it and how to make it work well. The first thing we're going to do is drill the hole, and the hole that we're going to drill is going to be a V, letter V size. Okay, now let's lock it in place and drill the hole. I am fortunate, I have two lathes, so I use the Powermatic for drilling the hole, and then we'll use the jet for turning it. And we're pulling the piece out, so we're going to stop and take it out this way so we don't have it flying off the lathe. Now I want to see how deep that hole is, just to make sure it's deep enough. So I'll take anything that I can grab, and it's 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches, more than we need. So we have the drilled hole, slightly off center, but that doesn't matter, and we'll move on to the next step. Now you can turn this with any tool you desire. I'm particularly fond of skews, so I will turn it with a skew. Start out, I'm not going to go full speed, taking off the corners. I'm driving this with a single point in the hole that I created, so from time to time I may have to tighten it up. Now we want that end to curve over, because the mating piece is about 1/2 inch in diameter, which is too thin to cut it down to that size. So you want to roll over and make it transition into the handle. Just a quick comment here, that piece that you're going to make to is 0.623 inches. And so what you want to do is, on your turning, make sure that you finish the handle on the whole side at least 623 out. In other words, you want to make sure that the section that's going to be covered up doesn't matter, but the section that's going to show, you want it to look like it's finished. You want it to be turned and done correctly. So since this is 623, if you look at it and figure, okay, I need to go to about 0.6 of an inch, that'll be perfect. Catches with skews can be noisy, but it's really not going to do any damage. Okay, we want to move this a little closer and start to contour this. Still got a spot there that's the original, so I'll get that off yet. Okay, my concept of this handle is that there'll be a spot there for her to grab, for whoever is to grab, and then this will be balled over a little bit, rolled over, and this side will be rolled over as well. So we'll get to this side to make it kind of match that side. I kind of like that. Now it's just a matter of getting that a little bit closer. I'm going to do that with a parting tool. Okay, this is my parting tool. There you can see it a little bit right there. Essentially what it is, it's got a point on it so that I can get back in there and get right up to the dimple that's going to be left by this tailstock, the live center. So you know that there's a hole in there. You want to get that so that you don't see it on the finished product. So that's the next step. We bring that down a little before we sand. Okay, what I hope I've achieved here, we're going to move the camera. Okay, there you can see what I'm trying to do. I brought this down to a reasonable diameter. This is going to leave a hole in the back of this, and what I'm trying to do is part it off so that there won't be a hole left. So I'm at the point where I think I can do that. Now it's just a matter of leaving enough on there that I can sand and still get rotation and not get this thing flopping all over the place. So I will sand it. Unfortunately, the camera is right where I need to be, so we'll move the camera again. Okay, as you can see, I got it to kind of a satin finish. I'm not looking for a real shiny finish for it. It's a kitchen utensil. Move that down so you can see it. So that's fine from my point of view. If you wanted to do something that gives it more of a shine, you're certainly welcome to do that. Now the only thing we need to do is take that nib off the end, and I'm going to try to do that with the camera in an angle that you can see what's going on. I don't guarantee anything because I may need that space, but we'll see. Turn the lathe on. That's a good start. And let's see if we can take that off with the camera sitting right where it is. Tool rest too high. I want to get that as clean as I can because it won't stay on the lathe after that comes off. So I'm going to have to do this by hand, and I don't want the sanding to be obvious. As you can see, I'm going far enough away that I know that that tip ends before where I'm going to separate this. So I won't have a hole in the end is what I'm trying to say. That's what we have on the bottom. I don't know how well you can see it, but that's what we have. Now I have to take that off with sandpaper by hand. To complete the project, just take this screw and put it into the hole you've drilled, the V-size hole. Put your epoxy on this threading before you put it in, and don't put a lot on it because it will squeeze out. So just push that, push it in all the way. If I push it in all the way, I won't be able to get it out, so that's why I'm not doing it. But that's all there is to it. And then understand that this also unscrews when you sell the product or use the product. You can unscrew this so they can take the actual grater and put it right in the dishwasher. It is a dishwasher product. Thank you for watching. This is the grater that I made yesterday. The reason that I'm making a different one today is because I learned a good deal about how to make it easier. But you can see here I made this out of the acrylic handle, actually this polyresin handle, and it turned out really nice and also looks good for kitchenware. Now, the thing that's a little concerning about plastic is that they might decide to throw it into the dishwasher anyway, and that of course isn't a great idea because it won't do anything good for the glue that you've used. So one way or the other, thanks again for watching. This is Ed from Exotic Blanks, and we'd like to have you subscribe to the channel. We hope you'll choose to do so, and if you like to give us a thumbs up. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye now.